What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about MOG coin. This is a meme coin here, and this thing is up over 16% in the last 24 hours. There's been quite a few coins that have been pumping, but yeah, this is amongst one of them that has been. I'm going to talk about what I think about this pump and what I think is going to happen next year. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see, 24 million in trading volume, 121 million in market cap. 16% in the last 24 hours, but it's down 32% in the last 30 days, 87% in the last year. So you got to keep that in mind here. We can't just look at all the pumping for today and not look at all the dumping for all these previous periods. So this thing is definitely no stranger to dumping. And you can see at the peak it was at $1.4 billion in market cap at the end of 2024. MOG coin did an absolute run, like a crazy run, and it ran hard, and then this thing dumped hard right after, and then it kind of ran hard again, but not as hard, and then it dumped hard again. So pretty much what I'm saying is this thing could run hard again, but then it could dump hard just as hard right after that. So keep that in mind. This pump, the last pump wasn't as big as this other one. So there is a possibility here that we could be looking at a not necessarily a peak, but I don't think that we'll be able to reach the highs of before, especially not inside of bear market territory. Remember, the whole market was pumping around that time, so MOG had the force of the crypto market with it. Now, it has just now came out of a falling wedge here. Falling wedges are bullish signals, bullish signs here, as you can see. So that is definitely good. And that is just now got out of that. But notice how at the end of the falling wedge, it did not break out to the upside. And this is the same case for very, very, very many projects out there. A lot of projects are not pumping even though they should be. They just now got out of a falling wedge, but they're not pumping, right? We're seeing this with a lot of different projects. Now, with MOG, we quite possibly could be forming a descending triangle, or not descending triangle, a descending channel here. We quite possibly could be forming a descending channel, which means the next area for that descending channel would be up here. So the price could quite possibly increase a little bit here, but that's hardly an increase in price. But what I think is going to happen is going to be maybe a little bit of a pump followed by some sideways movement, like a small pump, like possibly getting out here, maybe even getting up here to this level, and then just sideways trading movement, not doing much for a while. But that's just kind of how I see it. There's really nothing technical backing that, so I can't really say that. But what I will say is on the 4-hour chart, the percent arc trend exhaustion is showing the short-term trend here is breaking far past the long-term trend. Usually when this happens on the percent arc trend exhaustion, we usually have a pullback in the price. So, and that would look like us pumping right now, right? And then a pullback followed by some more pumping and a pullback followed by more. A lot of times it forms a rising wedge, which I just kind of showed in my last two videos. Same thing's kind of happening with like pudgy penguins and stuff here. They're forming a rising wedge, and they're about to go up to the top of the rising wedge right here, and it's actively doing that right now. So feels good to know that my prediction is playing out the way that I kind of expected it to. We should see that increasing here. So yeah, pudgy penguins is doing that right now, but the reason why I'm talking about that is because the long-term trend is flat and sideways, and the short-term trend is breaking out and is pumping, which means this is going to come to an end soon with pudgy penguins. So yeah, I would say prepare for that, and definitely don't be too over leveraged, because I think that this could be bad for a lot of different altcoins. Like this is like bull trap territory. It's literally looking like bull trap territory right now. Everything is looking like a bull trap. I wouldn't trust a thing, but it has just now came off such a huge sell-off. It would make you think that, hey, we might go a little bit higher, which is possible that it could go a little higher. But again, I'm not trusting what the market is presenting. So yeah, this is just me making my video talking about how I feel about the market, right? So it's not about how you feel, it's about how I feel about it. I don't feel like it's good right now. I don't feel like the direction is going good. Even if we have short-term temporary runs, look at this. This is the percent R trend exhaustion on the daily chart. Notice the short-term trends breaking upwards, the long-term trends going sideways. That's going to look exactly like this, exactly like this. What happened both of these times? We were dumping the whole entire time because the short-term trend broke past the long-term trend. Now you might be saying, how much lower could MOG dump? Well, if you look at it, I mean, it still has 121 million in market cap. Essentially, if things get really bad in the market and then things get really bearish and people don't want any type of risk asset, they'll start selling meme coins first. So meme coins usually go first. So how much could MOG go down by? MOG could go down by a lot, guys. It could go down by a lot. Obviously, it can't be negative, but if you look at it, it could be pretty low. It could be pretty low. It could add a 0. All right. I'm not saying it will, but if I had a prediction for the next dump, it would probably be where that candlestick, where that wick on the candlestick hit all the way down here. And that is, and again, we're 6 zeros after the decimal place. So I'll say 6Z, whatever number. Right now we're at 6Z3. And then if we come down here, we would be at 6Z18. So that would be approximately a 38% drop from where we are now. So choose wisely what you do next. But I'm not confident inside of this relief rally in the crypto market. I'm not confident in it, and it actually might be a bull market rally, right? And I might be wrong, so I could be wrong. So remember that too. Like, do your own due diligence. But me personally, I will not be touching any crypto at that. I'm not even just talking about MOG at this point. I'm saying, like, right now, I'm not trying to buy any cryptos. I'm just kind of watching them and keeping a close eye on them right now. Keeping a very, very close eye. But yeah, as of right now, though, we should see a little bit of a pump inside of MOG, a short-term temporary one. If I had to make a guess, I would say possibly up to 4.4, somewhere around there, 6C4. So that would be around this area, and that's a resistance area. So that's why I would guess it would be up there. So that it's just a educated guess, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.